the Discord tab, sharing the Discord. And let me open the YouTube stream and give you the link. Here's the link so you can review it after. And let me wait for the stream to start. It should start already. Let's give it a few more seconds. There it is. Okay, it's good. All right. So, does this universe have a creator? Okay.
Right. So obviously, what kind of evidence are you looking for? What kind of evidence did you see and you were like, I'm not convinced?
I mean, I have to start and say I don't understand what you mean by a creator. I just don't know what you mean. That's
right. So so there's a lot. I'll just give my stance. So there's a lot of arguments you can use to say that there's a creator, a god, or any of the ways you want to define it. A first cause, maybe, as you define it. So there's a lot. So you can see.
We need
right?
to define.
What?
No. Before you argue your case, we need to define the proposition. So, because there is a creator to the universe. Like if it's a scientific theory that there is a creator, that this universe was created by a scientific.
So,
mm-hmm.
I'll describe it as a creator can be defined simply as like a being or entity responsible for bringing something into existence, for bringing the whole cosmos into existence.
But for me, I would have to define that being as part of the universe, because the universe just means everything. So as soon as you talk about him, her, them, they, I have to say, okay, so that's part of the universe.
What do you mean the universe means everything? The universe, at one point, the universe didn't exist. So what do you mean it's a part of the universe?
We can never know this. This is an unknowable. We can never know what you just said. We can never ever know. We can never. That's why I told you I'm an absolute atheist. I'm not just an atheist.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that we can never know that the universe began to exist.
Exactly. This is an unknowable. We can never.
I'd say that's false because.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because I'd say that the Big Bang theory is the prevailing cosmological argument that provides a strong evidence for the universe. You have things like the cosmic microwave background radiation. You have expansion of the universe. You have abundance of elements. You have philosophical elements, etc., etc.
Yeah, but the Big Bang didn't start from nothing. We can roll back the tape of the expansion of the universe to.
Sure, but
Mm-hmm.
but you're talking about the universe. The universe started expanding after the Big Bang, so the universe came into existence after the Big Bang, when the Big Bang popped.
No, that's two different things. The universe started expand. We don't know if it started expanding. All we can do is roll back the tape of the current expansion of the universe. We can roll it back just until we don't know. Like we can roll it back, and it's like if you just roll back the universe now, it's very simple. Just like the universe is expanding, we can imagine it contracting. But there comes a point where it compresses and compresses. It becomes smaller than a proton, and I think at that point, at one point you have to stop and say, all right, at this point, we cannot roll back. You can theoretically roll it back forever and say it was always expanding.
What's your What's your basis for saying that the universe is contracting and contracting? I'd say it's the opposite, actually.
We see right now evidence that the universe is expanding. The scientists,
Right?
I'll grant you that the universe currently is known to be expanding. So if the universe is
Right.
expanding, go ahead.
So what's your basis that you say? So let me get this straight.
Hmm.
Are you saying that the universe is contracting and expanding? So at one point
No,
it just contracted so much.
no. I'm
Mm,
saying the Big Bang theory is proposed based on the evidence that the current universe is expanding. So if you see something, if you
current
look,
universe.
excuse me,
Current universe. What do you mean by that?
we observe the current universe. We have no observation of a past universe. All we have is the current universe. The
Well, we
cur-
can see from the scientific method if a previous universe existed or not by seeing the background what do you call it? By seeing the background microwave background radiation,
yeah, the
and we
background.
can see that
Yeah,
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 continue.
yeah. The background microwave radiation fits the Big Bang theory, but it's just more evidence that the universe used to be hot billions of years ago, which fits the Big Bang theory model that says the universe once was much smaller and hotter. So it just fits the theory. The microwave background radiation fits the theory. So it's just
Hmm.
more evidence that there was a Big Bang. That's fine. But we don't know. All we
So
can. Go ahead.
so are you proposing that there was a previous universe?
No, I'm not proposing that at
No.
all. I don't know. At one but you can roll back the tape forever and say the universe was forever. It used to be smaller than a proton and smaller than anything. I think the scientists they say you have to stop at the quantum length or something or quantum whatever. I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So either you say the universe was always expanding since forever, or you say that at one point in time the universe popped into existence from nothing, from something else. But whatever you say, we can never ever understand it. If you say it was always expanding since forever, we cannot understand that. We simply, I cannot.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, observations show that the universe is expanding. This suggests that in the past galaxies were closer together. That implies a denser, hotter state, if you know what I mean. If the universe had existed forever in the past, it would have reached a state of equilibrium rather than showing signs of expansion. You know, agree with that?
Wait, I'm sorry. Please repeat.
Well, observations show that the universe is expanding. That's a fact. So
Yeah.
this suggests that in the past, galaxies were closer together.
Yes.
That shows like a denser, hotter state. If the
Yes.
universe had existed forever in the past, it
Yes.
would have reached a state of equilibrium rather than showing signs of expansion. And also another thing, if you look at the second law of thermodynamics, this law states that entropy in a closed system tends to increase over time. So if the universe had existed forever, it would have already reached maximum entropy, making the current necessary for life impossible.
Wait.
Life wouldn't exist.
Wait. We know that in the beginning, the universe was. Well, that's the point. We don't know. When we roll back the tape, at one point, we just don't know. We don't know
We don't know
what was before. So you can
what
compress.
was before the Big Bang.
No. no, the you can roll back the tape you can roll back the tape forever, right? There's nothing stopping you from rolling back the tape forever. You don't have to stop at 3.8 billion years ago. You can continue going back in time. Nothing is stopping you from saying the universe existed an infinite time before that. The 3.8 billion years ago is just that's when the scientists testify, that's when their laws of physics break down. That's all that happens.
Not 3.6, it's 18.6.
18.6?
Uh,
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Whatever
the Big Bang.
it doesn't matter. Some
theory.
number of years ago, so many billions of years ago. It's their testimony. But they say we can testify up to such a point. We can, but fine, they can roll back the tape to any point they feel comfortable with. But I can say, all right, before that time, I can continue rolling back the tape. Or I can say, yeah, at that time, something started, but I, I, I don't know what caused that to start. And before you
But
say
time,
before, okay, go
time,
ahead. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, go
time,
ahead.
you say you can roll back the tape infinitely, but time itself
Hmm.
began around 13.8 billion years ago, along with the universe, as
Yeah.
scientists find out from empirical evidence. You can't.
No.
I don't think you can refute this.
Why not? Why can we not refute it? Well, what's the problem refuting it? It's just I don't know why they say it. So they
No,
say
I don't get what you're saying. You're saying we can. You're saying we can go back infinitely and say that the universe began whenever we want to when we go back infinitely, right? Is that what you're saying?
we could say that too. We could say whatever we want. The point is we
No,
don't.
we can't. Based on what? I think we do know when the universe began. The Big
No,
Bang.
no,
I,
no,
I
no.
don't know. I don't have much
Okay,
knowledge of how the Big Bang came,
look, we don't
but
know.
I'm pretty sure it's.
No, no, no. If we don't know, then
We,
look, there's no point. To we either you go find out, come back and prove it, but that's going to be useless. My point is, even if you bring here like a cosmologist and he will tell us exactly why he feels the universe began, he wouldn't say
you
that.
cut off.
Really? My audio is bad? That's not good. Let me see.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I ordered a new microphone today. The my connection to the internet seems to be good, but you never know. Tell me if it's good or bad. I see the problem. I see that my internet. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I see. I see the problem with my internet. But no, let me check. No, it's good. Anyway, let me know if there's an issue again. Like usually my
Sure.
internet is good.
So
Go ahead.
basically, I'm what my point is. There was a beginning to the universe.
How do
That's
you
all
know?
I'm saying.
How do you
You can
know?
look at any
How do you
you
know? No,
can
no,
look
no. How do you?
through empirical
No, no, no.
evidence.
How do you know? What's your? Yeah, look.
Through empirical evidence
No, no, no.
that the
Look, in a debate, you have to convince the other side. But
I mean, this isn't really the topic of the debate. We're just like side stepping
of
here.
course, what do you mean? Your proposition has the word creator, so you're assuming
Right. And
you're
your whole your whole concept is wrong according to science, because you're saying that the universe, if we roll back the tape infinitely, that we can say that the universe existed whenever, but that goes against every current physicist or cosmologist,
you have to
because the universe
you have to make the
because the universe had a beginning,
no
and we have empirical evidence for that. It's
you
not just
Bro,
a random theory.
you have to
literally,
go ahead.
I'm a
Yeah,
Suki. What are you talking about, bro?
what are you
Okay,
talking
I'm not a
about?
physicist. I'm an engineering student. but I've literally talked to my my professor. He has a PhD in physics,
That's appeal
and
to,
the majority of the
I don't care. That's appeal to authority and appeal to ad populum. These are two.
no. Listen, he just said
Doesn't
he
matter.
just said that the majority of physics.
It doesn't matter.
He just said that the majority of physics made a claim, and that is an incorrect claim that the majority of physics hold.
It doesn't matter either way.
What was my what did I say?
You said that the majority of physics states that the universe needs a beginning. That is not the case.
Never said that.
It doesn't
You,
matter.
I said
you
it
literally
had a
just said,
beginning.
Look, Ali.
I said the universe had a beginning. I don't think you can refute that. Show me one study or peer-reviewed study that refutes what I said.
Wait, only Kuhn.
no one. Okay, bro.
Only. Olin Kuhn.
Olicon.
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 Listen. Me and Amasuki were doing a one-on-one debate. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to interject. You made a nice input, but either way, Amasuki rejects it, and I reject it. So I reject it because it's appeal to authority and ad populum and appeal to consensus. These are logical fallacies. I'm not going to entertain any logical fallacies. So it doesn't either way you have to convince. You can't just say, well, people say, and these people with all these title they say, and that's completely insignificant. Like, bring them to me and I will make fools of all of them. So I don't care what they think of themselves, what this group thinks of each other. I don't care. So that's the end of that. So
Well, I felt like he was misrepresenting the opinions of the group. I
don't-
wasn't giving
I don't care.
adherence to these.
I don't care about anyone. I care right now for the truth, and the truth you have to convince me of it. So whatever you believe, if you believe it, I don't care anybody else. You're here. If you believe something and you can convince me of this belief, I'll accept it. Otherwise, I'll reject it.
I literally wasn't. I wasn't stating a belief. I wasn't stating a belief.
Yeah, bro, you
I
were
was.
misrepresenting me. I never said what you
It's
what you
fine.
just
Either
said. I
way,
never said that the universe.
it's fine.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. Y'all can carry on about your conversation. Y'all
Thank you.
can carry
So
on.
back to my point.
Yes.
So
I'm listening.
so I want to say now that the universe had a start, that the universe began.
What do you mean you want to say?
Right? You disagree with
What's-
that, right?
I mean, I haven't.
Now,
I-
obviously with evidence, but I
No.
just wanna get the
Even
positions
before
right.
the evidence, I wouldn't know what that means if it hits me in the face. I don't know what it means for a universe, for the everything to have a beginning. I honestly don't know what it means. I cannot imagine this thing. I just cannot. So for you to tell me I have evidence that this thing that I cannot imagine really is true, but I cannot imagine it. So how can I cannot relate to it. This is outside of my ability to imagine. I'm sorry.
Bro, that
Mhm.
that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. But your job in the debate is to convince me. I'm open minded to be convinced. To tell me that I am too dumb to understand, that's fine. But you need. I'm here listening to you. So I want you to convince me of something that you're convinced of. I'm open minded. Now, if you cannot convince me, you can say that I'm stupid, but I will say that you're lying when you claim that you're convinced of something that I claim I cannot
Okay,
understand.
so let's
Mhm,
let's get our position straight.
mhm.
You note down your position about the universe starting or whatever you want in like one sentence.
I have I have an opinion. My opinion is it's unknowable, and I'm an absolute atheist, meaning the beginning of the universe is and forever will be unknowable to anyone in any of the multiverses. And anyone who claims they have knowledge of the beginning is lying. Mathematically, not because of lack of evidence or no, it's a lie. You can never ever know. If you're an alien from a 13 billion year old galactic empire and you come to me and you tell me we discovered how the universe began, I can tell you with mathematical certainty you're lying. I don't need to hear anything you have to say besides that. That's my point. So I don't care if you if
I'm,
go ahead, I'm listening.
I'm a. I think that's a pretty unscientific claim, Mr. Slave,
It
that
is.
that any knowledge in of itself cannot be knowable. You know, like
Here, I'll prove to
a
you.
lot of
I'll
I
prove
used
to
to
you.
think
I'll prove to you that there is knowledge that is unknowable to you. Can you know that 1 + 1 is 3? Can you know it? Yes or no?
Of course, there's knowledge that is unknowable to you. Of course, no one's
Okay,
denying that.
so that's it. So Oli-kun, you're gone. So Amasuki, so you feel that there's something wrong with what I said?
Right. So, the fact that you said we cannot know
No, you're lying.
that the universe had
You're
a
saying I'm dumb.
what?
No, you said I'm dumb. You said that sounds like a you problem.
Uh,
No, you said it sounds like a you.
no, I never
Fine,
said
fine.
you were dumb.
No,
What are you talking about?
it's fine. You said it sounds like a you
I, s-
problem.
I said it sounds like a personal problem. Yeah.
Yes. So I
What's wrong with
told
that?
you. So I told you. To me, it's. I can tell you with mathematical certainty, you're lying. When you say that there is a creator to this universe, I can tell you with mathematical certainty, you're lying. That's a lie. You're spreading a lie.
You're jumping all over the place. You're jumping all over the place. Are you talking about a creator of the universe? Are you talking about the universe started? I don't get what you're talking about.
It
This
doesn't
doesn't.
matter. Anything.
You're jumping all over the place.
I don't see the distinction.
There is,
I don't see it.
because you don't even know. You're saying that we will never know that the universe had a starting point, that the universe began, or anything like that.
Yes.
But with scientific empirical evidence, we do know. So I don't know where you get your basis from. You're saying mathematical again and again,
Look, I
but
cannot.
I
No,
don't get it.
I cannot understand a beginning to this universe, and I cannot understand if you tell
Why?
me. I just cannot. I cannot imagine a beginning to this
What do you mean you
universe.
cannot just not? That's not an argument. I could just not start. What do you mean? You have to give a basis for why you cannot understand.
No, no, I don't. I just cannot.
What do you mean?
Just like look, I
What?
don't need to explain why I don't
Okay,
understand.
so
Let me
why don't you agree with all the empirical evidence? Why you reject
let me
that the universe had a beginning?
let me just say that I cannot understand that 1 + 1 is 3. And I don't need to explain why I cannot understand that 1 + 1 is 3. I just cannot. I don't know why. I just cannot. I cannot explain why I like vanilla ice cream. I don't know. I cannot understand why I like women. I honestly cannot understand. I don't know. That's the way I
Well, you can explain all three of those things.
which
But obviously, if a normal person looks at it, you can't explain it. But if a scientist or anything like that, like if a neurosurgeon, a neuroscientist or anything like that states why you like women or why you like vanilla ice cream, they can do scans on you and all of those things, and they can see that it reacts positively or certain hormones or whatever. I don't know the details, but there is evidence that will show why you like that. I don't even get what you're trying to do.
you happen to be
You're going against all the evidences.
it's funny because I happen to be a neuroscientist, but that's not important. It's honestly it's not important. I don't know why. Obviously, I mean, it should be obvious to you that I cannot understand why 1 + 1 is 3. Of course, 1 + 1, you should say, of course, 1 + 1 is not 3. That's why you cannot understand it. Of course, I cannot understand the beginning of the universe because there is no beginning to the universe. That's an unknowable. That's why I cannot understand it.
Right. That's the thing I want to focus on. We cannot understand it. Why can't we understand it when there's evidence that points to a beginning of the universe?
I cannot understand a beginning to this universe. Neither can I understand a universe that has existed forever. I cannot relate that far back to this universe, and neither can you.
Yeah, we're going around in circles now.
No. Oh, you left. Oh, yeah. All right, that was that. So, okay, I'm glad I got that off my chest. It's a good proof. I mean, people that claim to believe in God obviously are spreading a lie. They don't believe in God. If they look into themselves, they'll realize that they're just part of a campaign. It's part of it's a cult. It's a way of ruling. It's a way of benefiting themselves. So obviously, it's a complete, it's a hoax. Of course, religion is a hoax. It's to play a game with something that is unknowable, to build on something that is unknowable is a joke. And we should stop these people right in the beginning. As soon as they reference something that is unknowable, we have to tell them, I'm sorry, that's unknowable. You have to stop right there. And that's it. That destroys their complex edifice that they build on unknowables. It's like, that's it. It's simple. It's very simple to destroy lies. All right, we're gonna stop there. Thank you very much for being with us. Bye bye. Hope you enjoyed it. Try to hit the like button and the share and the join and the bell and everything else. All right, see you around.